The 2017 Mustang Ecoboost, and the grabber blue one that I'm sort of showcasing right here. About ready to flip it up on the highway. I got my phone mounted to one of those window suction cup mounts. And by the way, they're the Ram mounts. Ram is the brand name, and these things are seriously phenomenal. Alright, wow, this thing is fun. I'm already at 80. Oh my god. I barely touched the pedal. Okay, so just north of Burlington here, we can kind of get up to speed. You can see the speed limit sign there. Goes to 70. People cruise in here somewhat regularly at about 80. I'm already there. Like, it took like nothing to get there. And you don't even notice. Now these guys are going to be in the way here. This is always where it's really tricky, but I'll kind of let you guys enjoy the ride a little bit here. So I just kind of moved here I was down in Federal Way. Oh my goodness. And so I used to sell cars down in Fife or whatever, and for the most part, I've been selling cars for about 2 or 3 years, guys. And I've never been pulled over, thank goodness, by a cop, especially with all the wild things you have to do on a test drive. And sometimes that means getting it up to speed a little bit. But doing test brakes and checking steering and everything else, we can go a little bit faster, I'm thinking, right here. Okay. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, we are doing in excess of 80 miles per hour here. And such a smooth ride. I mean, these Mustangs are obviously built for high speeds. So you expect to do them at high speed. Oh, man. And we're at 100. And I'm going to brake. Woo! Okay, so you see how fast they pick up the speed. Anybody that ever knocks these cars, man, 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine, excess of 300 horsepower, I think it's 310. I mean, the torque is insane, so you're getting up to speed so fast, Don't ever let anybody tell you negative things about these things. The only thing is people are looking at the engine, they're saying, oh, 4-cylinder, that's terrible, But performance-wise, I mean, they're incredible. And there's people, you hear people talk about the turbo lag, but it's negligible, You don't turbo lag. I've sold some other cars with turbos, man, and you're pushing the pedal and you're waiting, okay, is it gonna go now? When's it gonna go? Oh, there it went, But that doesn't exist in this car. I love this car. So, and this car, it's a new vehicle, man, but it's a 2017. It was actually up on the Cedar Woolley lot, which we just merged with down here in Burlington. So up in Cedar Woolley, I mean, it is way off the beaten track, man. And North Cascades Ford's up there. It just merged with the Burlington store. Both are Dwayne Lane in the family. But we brought all the inventory down, and now this thing, when I get back, I'm going to put it up on the ramp so everybody can see it on the freeway, because this color, I mean, it's called grabber blue for a reason, right? Because it grabs your attention. And I worked at a couple of the dealerships where there's grabber blue vehicles, which, they had where I was before, I'm not going to mention their name, but there was a Focus RS that was in grabber blue. Man, that thing sold in 5 minutes. And they had a grabber blue Mustang that was sitting out in front too. So now that this inventory is down here in the Burlington store, I want to showcase this dude, man. I want to be the one to sell it, which is why I'm out here driving it right now. So we're about maybe 10 minutes away from Bellingham, Washington, which is kind of like the northernmost kind of biggest city before you get to Canada. And it's just beautiful up here. I'm going to take the Boat Hill Road and then just kind of scoot around if you guys have never been up this way, man, come up to Bellingham, pass through Burlington, you know, stop in, see it. We'll go for a little joyride. Don't tell the boss. Actually, that's not true. He wants me to do that, so it's okay. But, you know, go up to Bellingham, man. Take a day and just, Bellingham is a beautiful, beautiful town. It's kind of, I tell people that it's kind of like Whoville in like from the Grinch. There's people like, I have to roll down the window so I can see. But people kind of like come out in Bellingham and they all sing and dance together, you know? It's just the most awesome town. College town, lots of good fun. But if you're living down south, you know, I mean like Olympia, Tacoma, Seattle, if you're in that area or if you're on the peninsula, you can't go wrong with making a little trip up here. People who know Bellingham love Bellingham. And Burlington's a really cool town, definitely growing. And I actually moved to Mount Vernon, which is just south of the river. It's on the other side. But as you're coming through Bellingham, which is like the greatest, most heavenly place on earth, stop by in Burlington. Come say hi to Chad. Come say hi to me. And, you know, we'll maybe take the Raptor out or take this Ecoboost Mustang out or take a GT Mustang out, you know, and we'll fire up the Shelby that's there on the ramp under the carport area. And we're also a Lincoln dealership as well, so we sell Lincolns. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cars. It's one of the reasons why I quit the dealership down south, because I was kind of a new guy there, and they had guys that were qualified with corporate, but they wouldn't let them sell Lincolns, which is a bit of a bummer. And I'm a huge Lincoln fan. I mean, they're beautiful cars. I might even take the Continental out next, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But they're like riding in a cloud. I mean, there's just amazing vehicles. So, this is such a fun car to drive. I feel like doing a brake test right now. No, I won't do that. I'll tell you what, I used to, you know, do brake tests with people. Not tell them beforehand, you know, we're going to do a brake test. Are you ready? They're like, yeah, we're strapped in. We got the seatbelts on. Everything's ready to go. Hold on. And then you do the brake test, and it totally freaks everybody out. But it's fun. It's, you know, like a ride. But I guess when you trust in what you believe in, you know, brakes are supposed to work, right? And the best time to take a test drive, not many people know this, but here's some inside scoop, folks. The best time to take a test drive, like today is gorgeous. It's beautiful. You know, there's no bad time to go on a test drive, right? But really, if you really want to check out a car, man, go in the rain. I mean, if you're in California and you're listening to this, you probably didn't never have that chance. But up here in Washington State, we have all the rain. Go in the rain, and you might be a little grumpy, but then when you get in the car, you'd be grumpy because it's raining, but you get in the car, and it's the best way to test drive a vehicle. Do a brake test. You know, always test out the analog brakes, you know. But, oh man, we're coming down here. I don't think I want to take Cook Road. I want to go ahead and get back to the dealership. But I'll tell you some more about the car if you're still hanging on to this. I really don't want to stop the video. I want to post this whole thing. But this particular package, the premium package, you have heated seats, cooling seats, air-conditioned seats, and you've got the different drive modes, and I don't have the camera on it, but in terms of the steering wheel, there's a normal mode, then there's a sport mode. It stiffens up the steering, and then there's comfort, which kind of makes it, kind of softens it up a little bit. Come on. And then you've got your drive modes. I'll show you these when I pull off up here. I'll do a second video. Drive modes, you have normal, you have sport, you have track, and you have a snow and wet mode, which is really nice. Rear-wheel drive vehicle. I mean, no Mustang in the world has ever been an all-wheel drive vehicle, and people struggle in snow and wet. Let's just be honest. But there's a new setting which scientifically designs it, you know, sets it into the computer and gives the traction to where it needs to be, even on a rear-wheel vehicle, to help it during snow and wet conditions, which we have up here in Washington State all the time. Okay, I'm kind of coming back to the part of the freeway where I need to slow down, but let's just gun it one more time, just for a little bit of last second fun, and slow it down. Love the brakes. Mustangs have some of the best brakes in the world. I don't think that's a cop back there. Nope. Just another white Ford Explorer hanging out. Okay. And I want to get back to this exit. Are these people going to let me in? Yeah, let's move on in there. This also has the blind spot indicators in the windows, which I just saw. So I look it over at the mirror, and it gives me a little amber blinking light. A look, orange blinking light. It tells me when there's a car over there, or when there's a car coming up on the side of you. And let's see. Swinging around. I think I'm really going to like this. I haven't been into Skagit Arms place yet, but I'm not afraid to mention I'm a bit of a gun guy myself. So I'm kind of excited to pop in there and see what they have in there. And make some friends, man. That's what I'm up here to do, just make some friends. I used to be that kid in class, man, in school that, the teacher couldn't move me anywhere because I'd always talk to everybody. And it would be really funny if a former teacher, actually watched one of these videos and could confirm that. Just, write a note that says, yep, Chad, you could never shut him up. And that's just kind of, high energy, man. I'm the guy who could never sit still in church. My mom hated it. I could never sit still in school. I had to ask my teachers to move me just so I could, learn and pay attention. ADD. I don't know what it is. I don't really care what you call it. But that's why I get to sell Mustangs and go a little fast and have some action and excitement. And I'm going to park over here. There's the Skagit Arms. Oh, man, there's a van in the way. Doggone it. All right, I'm going to cut you off and let's do a walk around.